I had to stop a very important video just for 1 second to demonstrate this to you. Just to be clear about is Adam delusional when you see that hair. Anyway, I want that wiped basically as well. So I didn't know. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you put this here. Apologize for my body. This is my arms now. You see them? You ready? Okay. This is the method we use. It appears to attempt to remove those implants initially. That is said on my Twitter. Ready? Here we go. So, 10 workout away from my hand. See the veins start popping only on the right hand, heavily. Okay. Okay, it hasn't popped enough. We need to really exert more. You will see this hand change colour. I was starting to a little bit. Let's pump it some more. This has got it. Wash this hand now. Over a minute. Okay, they are spraying gas on it, but you can see it now. That hand's normal, relatively. That hand is overinflamed. You see that coming on now? Okay. Just go in the hallway for a second. I'm trying to spray gas right now to stop it. I've waited here for a second. See it? If I walk, it actually reduces it. It's likely for a while. That's inflamed now with what was used in my body. It's right there, over here. Okay. I can show you here. See, this hand quite pumped. Starting to now pump both actually. You see it? Actually more than that side right now. That's the last operation attempt. It's about 3 days ago. So it's slowly dissipated from my system. But a workout actually pops. Put it down before you see it again. Yeah. A workout actually pops it. When it's heavier, it actually changes the skin color and everything, basically. This is just at a low level, so you can see it fundamentally. There's that hand, and so on. If I do it again, and it occurs again, and it visibly changes the color, I'll try and document it more. Just so you see that side of it as well, that stops. I mean, the best they can say is, he's under exertion, so his veins popped or something, after a couple of push-ups. But as you can see, even now, still the same. You know, you see, even here now, still the same. You see? That's from afar, it was what pumped into my body to try and disrupt and destroy the implant, which sadly failed. As you can see, here are some implants now. You can see, which older implants, you can see the marks on my shoulders. One, where are we? One just there, one there. You can actually visibly see. So there's that. Okay. So there's that. This was the attempt. Anyway, so I'll show you again. It's still pumping. Okay. And it's even getting worse. I'm gonna need to. It's getting worse. So I'm gonna need to walk the hospital now. Stretch my feet on ground, on wooden ground. Slowly walking the hospital will slowly reduce it over 10 or 20 minutes. It's almost like an insulator. It will fade out basically, and it'll have a smell that will permeate through the hospital the next 10 minutes or so. I'd like to say it was this ward. So there's two things that happened there where it appears to be good people trying to stop the implant. And in the end I said, he's a fucking jammer. And then you just do it to, then they can get me out of this fucking psycho ward into an actual hospital and actually operate that properly. They tried the jammer, then they lied and said it didn't work, but it did work. So I'll repeat again, this is a hostage situation. It seemed they disrupted the implants and broke some, and then they actually injected more implants. From from my perspective, you know. That outside the hospital, they were beaming in when needed. And at some point, it went even weirder where they have a lock on for what they were doing. So I could move around, they had a lock on. It seemed to be the opposite. It was malicious, you know. So I had to be really careful, even wet my hair, so that way they couldn't actually fire at my head because it would have killed me. Very, very, very difficult situation where you could argue this last month, as I've been saying on Twitter, these last 2 weeks, there's been possibly 2 or 3 times where I was close to being killed. At some point in the ward, you know, basically in similar kind of ways, where some people appeared to be helping, actually it was the opposite. You know, as people said, you know, it's like the wiring that they got out, or the implants they got out, the painful implants, they should put more in here, and I'll do it. So there's that. To know that they have that on remote also, this hospital, but China is indicating itself, no, I want you to go from the hospital. At least that's, you know, basically, maybe more yes, you know. So is that just to say, I would love my life to be more real, so we can deal with it correctly, and I hope hopefully authorities agree with that, you know. It's very, very new technologies, basically. So there's that. All right, so it's a little bit of a leak here, but a chosen one. You see now, if I put my hand here, it's not so bad. It's starting to settle already, actually. Put it there. No, it is still flowing. You can test it yourself, you know, that long. It is still flowing. So I'm gonna have to walk the hospital for a bit. So I'll leave you to it. They're just, this ward will try and lie as well again and say it's all delusion and all this kind of stuff. Just to be clear about that, I'm allowed to believe anything I want as long as I'm not a harm to myself or anyone else. They're a harm. They should be sectioned, you know? All right, bye.